I test. I welcome you guys back into my next course over here, and it's called The Silent Nights. I realize that when you're public speaking over here, you realize that many people are going to look at you in the face. You realize that when they do, you're going to be a person who's far greater than them. You're going to be a person who can compete with yourself only. I promise you, no matter what, that you understand that I'm not here to compete against you guys. Although you understand that I'm here to I realize I'm here to do nice and beautiful aspects of life because I'm a public speaker. I'm a person who does something important. And since I'm here today, I realize that in order for you to have a really nice, beautiful ideal every single day, you have to realize that ideas come from books. And when you have a person such as yourself, in terms of life, where you understand that silence is important, and those people who have more silence in their life are going to be the ones who really have all the peace and quiet every single day. You have to understand that I'm recording over here, and I've got nothing to lose over here, so it's really that I'm just practicing my beautiful speech over here. I'm a public speaker. I do everything according to a better way of life. I realize that no matter what, you just understand that when you're a person who's very silent in life, you have to understand that it's really that you're never shy. I never need you shy. I need you to understand I can look you in the face today. I see a smile. I see a smile. And when you're making people smile, I hope that you're really growing, because many people are making people smile and making other people happier, although you can see Robin Williams and what happened with him. You understand that if I make you laugh, sir, and I don't grow, I'll commit suicide. I realize that I'm not Robin Williams. Although you understand that I'm a person who grows, and because I grow every single day, I make sure to never make any of you laugh, and I never make any of you happier either. I make sure to make myself happier in the process. I make sure to grow myself, and that way I give you ideas every single day, because I don't need to die. I don't need to commit suicide either. I have to be a person who understands that each and every time I look at people in the eye, I realize that I'm a public speaker, so I can do it. I can realize that I can grow you. I can encourage you every single day to do something amazing today. You need to be amazing each and every day. You need to do something amazing each and every day. I love your muscles. You have to keep it up. I realize that each and every day you make a compliment to somebody who's as big as that. You understand that no matter what, you have to be big, although the bigger you are, the harder you fall. You have to understand, it's never about how big you are. You have to understand, it's really about how effective are you. I mean, are you able to grow today? I realize that when people are passing me by this way, I realize that no matter what, I'm doing a performance on the street. And guess what? I'll make sure that this time you guys can hear me with the surround system over here. I realize that you be careful, sir. Alright. Alright. I realize no matter what, when you understand that when you are a person motivating and encouraging other people, you understand to grow all the time and stop being very immature. I need you guys away from the alcohol, because that's going to kill you. You have to understand it's never about the alcohol today. I need you to understand it's never about the drugs. I need you to stay away from the drugs, kids. Because I do. I make sure every single day I do something very important. I do something where I can look at people in the eyes today, because it's going to grow me today. Otherwise, I'm a public speaker, although communication is everything. And those people who have communication skills are going to make it. I promise you. I promise you. Those people who can lead like I promise you, no matter what, when I'm looking better than yesterday, and I'm doing everything I can in my power every single day to do better. I promise you, those people who can lead can grow. I promise you, those people will make it in a better way. I promise you, it's really about a positive attitude today. I need you to have a positive attitude. I realize that you guys can hear me over there. I realize that I'm just a person really doing something amazing, and when there's no people around me, I don't care, because I'm recording something. I'm recording something over here. I'm doing a nice, beautiful podcast. I'm doing a nice, beautiful entrepreneurship seminar over here. I realize that I deserve to public speak on the street. I deserve to do something amazing. I need you to understand that yesterday I auditioned to have a permit. I need you to understand that since I will get the permit, I realize that I will also make sure that whatever I do, I'm not sure of anything, although I understand I'll keep going each and every single day. I'll make sure that I keep growing myself each and every single day, because it's about improving yourself. You have to understand, it's about having no shyness. I need you to understand it's about having freedom. I need you to have freedom every single day. I need you to understand that each and every time you look at people in the eyes, I need you to be a person of integrity. I need you to be a person who can have a heart. I need you to have a heart every single day. I need you to look people in the eyes, and I need you to grow them every single day. I need you to understand that when you have connection with people in the eyes, I promise you it's the most beautiful aspect of life. I promise you those people who look you in the eyes are going to be your friend. I promise you. I promise you, you just have to be always lifting people. You always have to be encouraging people. You have to make sure that you're going to make it today. You're going to make it much better for yourself. You have to understand, it's really about encouraging yourself and other people. I've got nothing to lose. I'm recording myself over here. I realize that when there's nobody in the tunnel, I'm still practicing today my work. I realize that no matter what, I care more about my work than a 9-to-5 job. I realize that this I can do 24/7 on the street. I don't care because I'm growing with it. I've got something recording me, and that way I understand that you, sir, must grow today. Because if you don't, I promise you, you will die. You have to understand, it's really make sure that when you're a person who understands anxiety, you're going to be a person who understands psychology too. You have to learn anxiety every single day. You have to be a person who understands the philosophy. You have to understand Jim Rohn when he talks about philosophy. I need you to go search up Jim Rohn today. I need you to understand that philosophy mindset. And building one that's much better than yesterday is everything. I need you to understand that those people who have a philosophy can do a street performance and look people in the eyes. I need you to understand it's really that simple. I need you to understand that when you're public speaking and doing some public speaking, I need you to use your heart. I need you to use your emotions. I need you to look at people with your heart rather than your eyes. Because the heart matters more. I need you to understand that the heart is everything. I need you to understand the heart speaks louder than everything in life. I need you to understand I speak from the heart. I do everything from the heart. I'm a person who has emotional feelings. I make sure to discipline my mindset every single day to make sure that I can grow myself. I make sure that you guys can see me how I do it today. I promise you that you also have to do this because guess what? That's how you build your confidence. I promise you it's about communication skills and leadership and looking better each and every single day. I promise you it's about respecting yourself every single day. I promise you it's about doing something amazing each and every single day and making sure that you look at every single person in the eyes because that way you understand that whatever's going on over here is something. I promise you I'm giving something for nothing because I'm doing something of passion. I'm doing something that's my passion. And that way I understand that when I go to a 9-to-5 job, I'll be miserable because this is my 24/7 job. I realize that I speak leadership. I do leadership every single day. I realize that I'm better than a 9-to-5 job. I'm better than the $20 an hour. I realize that I can lift people. I'm looking better than yesterday. I can teach you to do the same. I realize that no matter what, you guys have to realize each and every day, have less anxiety. So to do that, have some more time freedom. You have to understand, to go read time management books, you need some time management books today. I need you to understand that those people who have time management books are the ones who are going to have more freedom in life. I need you to understand that those people who can calculate their finances and also lift the people around them are the ones who are going to be far more astonishing than everybody else. I promise you it's a much bigger difference to stand up while you are public speaking than having to sit down while you're doing it. Although I'll grow in either way. I need you always to have a smile on your face. I need you to be positive today. I need you to be always positive and do some positive work today. I need you to understand that's your 24/7 job. I need you to understand that's the only amazing, I need you to understand guys that is the only amazing way. Because you guys are watching me while there's nobody else here except I. You understand that no matter what, I'm the most important. And because I'm the most important, I'm first with Jesus. I understand I believe in Jesus Christ because I follow Jesus Christ. I open myself to those people who can teach me. I realize that all of you guys can teach me here something today. I realize that when I follow Jesus Christ, I realize I follow the sobriety path. I follow the veganism path. I follow the long life path. I follow the forgiveness path. I follow something much greater than yesterday. I follow something of greatness. I realize that when I have greatness in life, I realize I can communicate and watch you all. I can watch you all in the eye, and I realize I learn a lot because my heart speaks louder than words. I realize that each and every day I'm doing something amazing. I realize I'm always lifting myself and making sure that I'm a better attitude today because that way I understand that respect is to make yourself much greater than yesterday. That way you're going to understand there's always something better to do. You have to be a better person today. You have to do some leadership work today, sir. You have to realize that if you don't, you're going to be a loser. I realize no matter what you guys realize, you need more leadership in life. You need to learn more. You need to learn more because those people who have no leadership skills are the ones who are doing drugs. I need you to understand. I promise you, you need to be a person who stays off the drugs today because that's the only way. I need you to understand that sobriety is going to make you better and it's going to help you live longer, so you may as well. I realize it's about communication skills every single day. So realize each and every day you talk about something, you talk about whatever's on your mind. And whatever's on your mind is whatever's in your heart. I promise you, just keep elaborating about what you're speaking and who you are today. I realize that it's a nice, beautiful gesture to public speak in front of people. I realize I never have to ask anybody to do it. I just come here and do it. I just come and speak. I look you in the eye and I say, How are you? I realize no matter what, I'm a person who encourages people. I'm a person who loves to talk. I'm a person who understands that I love to really grow. I understand I just do my line of work every single day. I realize it's very beautiful when you're around people and speaking. You guys can find me at the 4 Pillars inside Queen Street very soon. You guys realize what's coming over there. I realize each and every day I wake up inspired, because here today I'll be in front of people speaking. I'll be in front of you guys today. I realize 10 years down the road I'll be in front of tens and thousands of people, I promise you. I promise you, 10 years time I'll be speaking with tens of thousands of people in seminars, because I can do it. I have the attraction post over here. I realize that I have to promote myself each and every single day, because I am better than yesterday. I deserve to be better than yesterday, and I hope that you are better than yesterday also, because I can see everything. I can see a number 1 in who's better than yesterday. I can also see a number 2 in who's worse than yesterday. I realize that I categorize everybody in 1 and 2 categories. I promise you the first one is better than yesterday. I promise you when I say you're number 1, sir, you're better than yesterday. I promise you when I say 2, I promise you I say you're number 2 because you're worse than yesterday. I go around the number 1 people because they're better than yesterday. I realize that they are going to teach me something. I realize that those people who are worse than yesterday, you have to stay away from them, because they're number 2 people. I realize the number 1 people are better than yesterday. You need to be around number 1 people. You have to understand that number 1 people are really going to encourage you and going to motivate you. They're going to really lift you, inspire you. I realize they're going to inspire you like Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. I have a dream. I need you to have a dream too. I need you to understand, you need a dream today. I have a dream today to be standing here and teaching you today. So I make sure no matter what, each and every day I can encourage you to smile more. Because each and every day you laugh with me, I promise you're going to be happier. You never laugh at people. You never laugh at people. You laugh with people. I promise you that's a leadership trait, to laugh with people and never at people. Because those people who laugh at people are going to be the bullies. I need you to understand, each and every time you walk or talk or do anything in life, you do it quicker than ever. I need you to have speed in life. I need you to be quick. I need you to be quick to learn. I need you to be quick to be a better person. I need you to understand that those people who are doing something of tremendous power are the ones who can talk. I promise you that Jesus is a talker. I promise you the Buddha is a talker. I promise you everybody here is a talker, although who is living the talk and who is being a hypocrite over here? I don't know, because I'm living my talk over here, so make sure that you're living your talk. And that way you understand you need to be a better person in the process of integrity, because integrity is your word, and your word is everything. I promise you, if you have no word, you're a person dying today. I need you to understand you be a person lifting yourself all the time, and that way you're going to understand there's always leadership today. I promise you, go read leadership books. I need you to understand, I need to encourage you every day. I need you to look good. I need you to look better than what you do. I need you to look always better. I need you to look better than good, because I'm always looking better and better and better. From the inside, I'm looking better and better and better. I need you to understand that it's always from the inside that you look better and better, and never from the outside. I need you to understand that when you're trying to look good for other people, when you get all these chains, and you get in your car, and you're dying in the inside, I promise you it's never worth it. I need you to look good in the inside. I need you to have joy inside. I need you to have a good personality inside. I need you to have a good attitude. Because that way, you're going to realize that those people who can speak are the ones who can lead. I need you to realize that those people who can lead are the ones who are better than yesterday. I need you to realize that those people who have something to give are going to be even doing a street performance like this, and I'm going to be recording it in the process, and you can go and find me on Instagram. You can find my video today. I'm doing 3 hours of content today, and I do it every single day on the street like this. I realize that I've got something to do. I've got something to do each and every day, and I'm worth more than $20 an hour in a 9-to-5 job. I realize I'm worth more than a 9-to-5 job, and that way I realize that each and every time you're improving your communication skills, such as I today, I realize that's one way. I realize another way is to write in your journal. I need you to write in your journal, because those people who are going to sleep silent are the ones who are really peaceful, although you understand that you have no noise in your life outside of you. I need you to block out the outside noise. I need you to look inside and have a silent night today. I need you to have a silent night today, because silence is key to working with confidence. I need you to understand that I'm silent today, although you understand that I'm speaking louder than words. You understand that I'm also a person speaking much more than yesterday, because my success is very silent. I promise you, it's very silent. I promise you, when you see my body language and who I am, I'm a very effective person. I'm not a big person. I'm not a small person. I don't care about the big people. I don't care about who's big. I care about how effective are you today. I mean, do you have speed? Are you able to use your agility today? Are you able to have some athleticism and some health today? And you should be vibrant. And you should have some youthfulness today. And you should realize that when you're a person leading other people, you're going to have that agility. You're going to have the heart to be able to do it. So I need you to do it every single day. I need you to start today to write and to communicate in daily regimen of your life. Because that way you'll understand that each and every day of your life, you're worth it. You're worth to really pronounce yourself as somebody in this field. And you should understand that those people who understand me will understand that you guys are watching the first video ever, such as this, because I'm a person who understands that the 30 hours prior to this, I was sitting on the camping chair and doing this. Whereas now I'm going to stand up and do it because it's much more thrilling for myself to do it. Whereas I used to have to lift yourself today. You have to lift yourself today, you have to encourage yourself more. You always have to do that. You have to understand that each and every day you encourage people, you understand that you're going to be a better person. You have to understand that you need to always lift people and encourage them. And never kick them down, because most people are egotistical. And that's why they're kicking people down. Because they're egotistical and they think they are their minds. And you should understand, always lift yourself. And always be an encouraging person toward your family and everybody else. Because that way you're going to be a positive role model today. You'll be somebody far worthy of your attention. And you should understand that when you have attention, you go and grab the spotlight. You go and stand right here. And I can see people watching me. Although you understand, I lift you anyway. I lift you anyway because I'm a positive person. I've got something to say. I've got something to do every single day. I need you to understand it's never about the money. I need you to understand it's about the growth. You need skills to grow. I need you to learn skills to grow. You go to seminars. You go to personal development seminars with Tony Robbins. You can go to Jim Rohn. You can go to Zig Ziglar on YouTube. I need you to understand you've got free mentors who can teach you something. You've got me also. I've got 300 courses of 300 hours you can go and learn from me. You have to understand that those people who understand that communication is key to success are the ones who are going to lead and be in the spotlight every single day. And you should understand that my voice is vibrating here, although you understand that my voice is important to I in something greater. I realize that your voice must be important also. You must be a person who understands self-esteem. And self-esteem is really confidence. And confidence is communication. And those people who can communicate can lead. And those people who can lead have confidence. So improve your communication today by writing your journal more. I need you to write, to communicate more. And you should understand, it's really writing that's going to get you there. I need you to write all day long because Harry Potter was written. I promise you, it was written before the movie. And in order to have a film today, you have to write it out. So make sure you plan the movie first and then go and do it. I promise you, although your movie is whatever you need it to be, although be the person who's the main star in your film. I promise you, this is my film. I'm the James Bond of growth. I'm a person who calls myself that. Although I love James Bond, I understand that I'm the James Bond of growth. I'm not the James Bond of killing people. I realize that no matter what, I'm a person who's growing. I'm a person who understands skills. I'm a person who understands how to be in front of a crowd and lead a crowd each and every single day to communicate, because I'm not a person who causes violence. I'm not a person who is negative. I'm a person who does love to grow and give you love through ideas. I love to communicate with you. I love to look at your eyes. I love to understand what's going on with you. I understand that when you're a person who loves to communicate, you're going to lead. You're going to be even on the street doing it. You're going to do it anywhere because it's your work. I need you to understand, I can always do this work indoors. I never have to be in front of people. I just love to be in front of people because that way I can have a new experience for myself. I realize that it's really letting go of your emotions that's really important. You need to let go of your emotions and you need to have a nice, beautiful gesture. You have to understand, it's a nice, beautiful gesture to say, I raise attention. I raise attention about myself every single day because here I am on the street performing a nice, beautiful video, although I'm recording, and that way I understand I'm really going to grow and somebody else is going to grow with it. And that's the whole point. It's really growing people that's going to help you. I mean, the more ideas you're giving, the better for you. You have to understand, what you give is what you get. And those people who do reject you, I don't reject myself, because guess what? Those people who reject you, just make sure you don't reject yourself, because that way you're going to grow, you're going to lead. And you should understand, it's always reading that's going to get you. I say hello. How are you today? I realize that every time you're a person reading today, you're always looking for audiobooks that are really in terms of personal development and leadership and time management and finance. I promise you that it's never too late. I promise you nothing's ever too late. I promise you it's always early to be a successful person, much more than yesterday. You have to understand, it's always something important that you can do today to realize that it's really be somebody great today. I need you to be greatness. I need you to say, I'm greatness. I need you to say, I am greatness. Because guess what? When you say it, you will be it. I promise you that way, you understand, to be inspiring anyway. You need to lift yourself. You need to lift who you are. You have to do it with emotion. You have to understand you deserve to have your emotions. I need you to understand that Buddha said, no mind. I don't need you to be in the mind. I need you to be in the heart. I need you to be here. I'm speaking from the heart. I've got something to say over here. I realize that I'm a person who grows. I'm a person who does love to grow. I'm a person who does have more ability because I look good. I look good. I feel good. I mean, nobody can lie to me about my life. I realize that when people are not aware of you, you have to stand in front of their face over and over and over. I mean, have you ever seen an advertisement on YouTube and they're always posting the same ads, and after a month you get used to them, and then you ask, what are they really selling? And then you understand that person is leading and becoming somebody greater. You have to understand you have to promote yourself daily, and you have to really give your heart. You have to give your heart every single day to be somebody in fashion. You have to be in fashion every day. You have to understand you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in promoting yourself every single day and communicate with yourself every single day, because I communicate 30,000 words a day with myself in my journal, with writing only. I realize that video work is different. I understand that you guys have to also make sure that no matter what you're doing, you're always connecting the sentences together and also your vocabulary skills, because that way you're going to lead. I need you to understand it's very important to public speak today and to communicate, because those people who communicate more can public speak and they can live longer, because the foundation of living long and living a long life is to communicate more and more and more and connect more and more with other people. I need you to understand it's always about how are we going to lift the world today. I need you to understand it's about lifting and never discouraging anybody. I need you to understand you're always minding your own business and you're also giving attention. You're giving attention. You're never paying attention, you're giving attention. You're giving your own spotlight because you deserve it. You deserve spotlight, and that way you understand that there is no rejection when you're a person who stands for you. I mean, everybody's walking over here and nobody's standing to hear me out. Although you understand that what's important today is that they see my Instagram and that I built some confidence today through my public speaking skills, because that's what's important. You have to understand what's important is that I communicate and look at people in the eye, because I have a beautiful smile over here, and we always have to have a beautiful smile. We always have to be lifting. I always have to compliment, and I always have to make sure that everybody's lifting in the process. I always have to make sure that I'm growing with everybody. I realize that is the only point of recommendation. I realize that each and every time you're encouraging and doing something of interest, you'll be a person who understands that growth is foundational. And those people who grow really can understand how to grow and understand and comprehend words. And those people who understand words I realize they're the nerds. I realize they're smart people. I realize they're smart-ass people. I'm a smart-ass person because I love words. I used to love playing Words with Friends. Although I never play that game anymore, I play a new type of Words with Friends. I write in my journal. I write 30,000 words about myself every single day. I write in my journal. I write in my book. I write something about myself every single day, and I promote myself in this way every single day to make sure that I can communicate better and look at people in the eye. I realize that each and every time I do this, I realize that I'm stronger for it. I'm always stronger, building my confidence in front of people to public speak because I can lead. I realize I look good. I realize I feel good. I do something every day important. I do something that's really going to help you. And what's that? I realize I give you ideas on how to also do it. I realize I do it in a better way. I do it in a better way than before. Because if I don't, I'll be a loser. And I'm not a loser, so make sure you're a winner. You have to understand, it's always about being a winner today and making sure that you stay off the white sugar, because the white sugar is not going to help you either. You understand that those people who understand that white sugar is no good, understand that those people are going to really understand that it's going to kill them. And when you're drinking too much McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola soft drinks, I never drink soft drinks. I never need it in my life. I realize what I need every single day is to feel more energy. So what do? I have veganism in my vocabulary. I'm a vegan. I go after soft drinks. I go after processed food. I go after franchise food. I go after coffee. I go after alcohol. I don't care about that anymore. I go after illicit drugs too. I used to do cocaine. I used to do ecstasy pills. I used to do weed. I don't care about that anymore. I care about public speaking now. I care about growing myself now. Otherwise, too much fun is no good. You have to understand what's good is growth only. I need you to understand growth is something that you can do today. You need to do more growth today because when you're doing growth, you're always going to really understand life. You're going to understand how to really be a better person. And those people who understand when you're a better person in the process, you're going to do something really foundational every single day to make sure that you can lift other people. And when you're lifting other people, that's the only important difference. I promise you, the only important difference is lifting and making sure that you're lifted every single day in a better way. I promise you, those people who understand lifting skills and how to lift are the ones who are really doing it every single day. I promise you, they're the ones who are really in front of people. I promise you, they're the ones who are really communicating in one way or another. And that way you understand that it's very important to journal every single day, your life, so you can understand that I realize that being important is important. So realize that you need to be important today. That way you understand, I never fail anything. I never fail in my life. Realize that this video is going to go for an extra 20 minutes because of that mistake. Realize that I'm going to grow anyway. I've got nothing to feel sorry about for myself. Realize I never feel sorry for anything in life. Realize that when you laugh at me, you're a bully. I understand that when you understand what's going to go on, when you laugh at people, I understand you're a pessimist. And that way you understand to never ever laugh at people about their mistakes and what's going on. You have to understand that you have to be strong. You have to be a person of vital heartness. I need you to have heartness in your life. I need you to understand it's really about energy. I promise you, those people who have heart are the ones who are brave. I need you to understand you need braveness in life. You need to be that type of person. You need to be that type of person who's looking people in the eye every single day. I'm always growing. I'm always growing, and that way I understand that when I grow, I'm doing something foundational. I'm doing something that's important. I'm doing something that's really going to grow you. And what's that? Information. I realize it's information products that's going to grow you. I realize that each and every time I give some information today, I grow myself. And that's the main idea. I grow myself in front of people, I grow myself in front of you, and I make sure that you gain some ideas for free, and making sure that you get my attitude also in the process, because attitude is everything. And as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, that attitude is always selling. And those people who have a better attitude are going to have better gratitude, and are going to grow, and they're going to feel good, and they're going to understand how to lift. Realize it's really about lifting. Realize it's really about being good and always being in the suit. Realize that when you're always in the suit, you're always looking good. You need to look good all the time. You have to understand that I never need a suit, I look good anyway. Although I understand that you just be a person who understands that when you have a business mindset, look the richest and feel the richest. Understand that no matter what, you guys never have to buy yourself a suit. What's important is go rent yourself a suit. When you don't have the money for a suit, just rent yourself one for $50. You understand what I mean? Realize it's just a nice experience to be in a suit. Although you understand that you can go rent a Ferrari today for $500 for 1 hour. It's worth it. Just go drive a Ferrari a bit. Realize you can always do it. You can always do something that you set your mind to. You can always do it when you're setting yourself up for success. You're never a person of failure, integrity. You're a person of positive integrity. You're a person who understands positivity. You're a person who's always lifting. You're a person who's never a pessimist, because a pessimist is a person who's a murderer. And a murderer goes to prison. I need you to understand, you never be a person of violence. You never be a person who's scared. I never need you to scare people either. I need you to understand that when you're scaring people, you're scaring yourself too. I need you to understand, if you give a punch, you'll also be hit. I promise you, I need you to lift and be kind, and also other people will be kind in the process. I need you to understand, it's never about being overweight either. I need you to understand, I was overweight, I lost 47 kilos because I became vegan today. I became vegan, I straight away lost weight. I straight away lost weight because I became a vegan. Understand that's the road, although you have to understand it's really about nutrition, and you have to learn your nutrition in order to be healthier and live a longer life. I need you to understand that information is everything. And those who understand information are going to understand life. I need you to understand, be a person who's really growing. I need you to understand, when you have an idea and somebody gives you an idea, I never need you to react. I need you to understand it's never about reacting. I need you to understand it's about living a better life. I need you to live a better life every single day. I need you to understand that each and every day you're doing something of adventure. I need you to understand to read something along the way while you're walking. I need you to understand, I see this gentleman over here has earphones. I probably believe that he's reading something. I don't know what he's reading. I don't know. Although I realize that when you have earphones and you're reading while you're walking, you're never wasting time, because each and every time I read something, I walk while I read. I also shower while I read. I make sure to listen to something all day long. I have a rule where I have to listen to audio 24/7. I have to listen to audio 24/7 in order to live my life. Although that sometimes I do have silence in between, although my rule is I have to listen to something 24/7. I have to read or listen to music. I realize that when I sleep, I have some brain waves going on. I have the delta brain wave with a white noise, because when you're traveling around hostels, you understand many people are making a lot of noise, and white noise blocks them out. I realize that way I'm always giving something. I'm always giving some ideas. I'm always giving my attitude. I realize that attitude is gracefulness when you're positive and you're doing something about it every single day, and making sure that you can vibe, making sure that you can respect somebody by looking them in the eyes. You're looking them in the eyes, you're making sure that you can connect with people every single day, because you need to. You need to connect with more and more people to live a better life. I promise you, it's an amazing, thrilling feeling when you're standing in front of tens and thousands of people and you're leading tens and thousands of people. I promise you, it's very beautiful. And thank you very much. I realize that each and every time you give somebody a compliment, I promise you give somebody a compliment, I promise you you're supporting that person and you're supporting yourself to also step up. I promise you that when you're looking up to somebody, you're going to lift also. You have to look up to people. You have to understand, you look up to the best people in the planet. I look up to Jesus. I realize that Jesus is number one in my life. And each and every time I look to Jesus, I realize the path I have to go on. I realize that's the only path. I only believe Jesus in life. I only do everything for Jesus in life. I realize that way I'm always growing. I'm always doing something, and I'm always mentioning Jesus' name, because I understand who He is. I understand there is a better way. I understand there is always something of interest, and when it's compound interest in your favor, you're really learning and doing positive work in the planet. That way you understand, always take more photos of yourself and everything around you, because it's worth it. And you should understand it's always worth doing something on video every single day, because I do everything in my power to make sure that I do more videos and photos and writing materials also. I realize that Jim Rohn said that no matter what, that when you're in your life, to be everything that you can be. I realize that when you can be what you can be, you're going to be a person leading, you're going to be a person striving to become better. I realize that you have to thrive. You never strive, although thrive to be better. And you should understand it's really about thriving life. And you should understand you need to thrive in life to become something greater of nature. And you should understand you're a nature type of person, although you're out of this world. You understand? You're something of high caliber. You're a divine being. There's something greater than this world. Although you understand that many people are never lifting. I promise you, although you need to be one of them. You need to be one of them who's lifting every single day. And you realize when you're lifting the crowd, you'll also be lifted. I promise you, you need to also practice in front of people. You need to have the strength within you. You have to have the vigor. You have to have the talents. You have to understand that to make talent, you have to write every single day. You have to write and write and write your talents of what your interest is. I realize what your interests are. I realize that when you're interested in yourself, you have to be. You have to be interested in yourself more and more. And the best way is to talk about your story every single day. I need you to talk about your story every single day because it's worth it. I realize that I always have to find out more and more about you. I have to find more about everybody. I have to understand your story because your story is inspiring. I promise you. You have lived a life. I promise you everybody here has lived a life. I promise you your story is inspiring when you give it. You need to give more of your story. You have to understand your story can be heard when you're speaking it out. And the best way is start in writing, video, or audio. I don't know what, although I understand that I don't know nothing in life. That's why I grow in front of people. I grow in front of people anyway. I do something that's really important in my life. I do something where I can always lift. I have to lift. I have to make sure I'm always doing something of accordance to something higher than myself. I always have to leave this much improvement. I have to leave improvement for my life. Otherwise, when I do it for my life, I do it for something greater. Because it's never about my life, and it's never about anyone else's. I realize it's about something greater. I realize it's something greater that's going to give us something much better. I promise you. I promise you it's about living up to something greater. I promise you it's about something greater happening in life. I need you to understand that what's greater in life is I work for something greater. I promise you it's about something greater, so that way you understand that those people who are number one in their life are the ones who are really never anxious. I promise you they're never ever in the ego fashion. I promise you they're never looking old. I promise you they're never looking older throughout time. I need you to look younger and feel younger and be 120 years of age. I need you to understand how to get there. I need you to read more on how to get there. I need you to realize it's worth it. I realize that when you live 50 years longer than somebody else, you have 50 years of happiness more than other people who never lived that long. You have to live longer and longer. You have to achieve more and more. You have to be more of a success all the time. You have to do something that's really great. You have to be that kind of person all the time. I make sure that I have one social media only. I never need 10 social medias. I just need one. I have 300 million followers on social media, Instagram. I have 300 million people is more than enough for me to realize I can achieve 300 million people in one social media. And then guess what? Then I can expand to YouTube once I achieve 300 million followers on Instagram first. It's more than enough. I've got one place where you can find me. Although you understand that you have to lift anyway. Realize that each and every time you ignore somebody, you also ignore yourself. Realize that you just make sure you never ignore yourself. You have to understand that it's really connect more with people. And you should understand to be more of a connecting type of person. And you should understand that you never ever give more attention to other people than you do yourself. I promise you it's more that you understand to give more than you receive. And you should understand it's really much better that you focus on yourself and put yourself number one in life. And you should understand it's more important that you understand that you are more important than other people. You are more important than me. You guys are more important than me in life, because when you understand that you guys must be something greater in life, you understand that importance is going to be significance. And those people who have significance in life are going to be the ones who are going to lead. I need you to lead every single day. I need you to do something every single day to have power inside of you. I can turn Super Saiyan. I can turn Super Saiyan 2. I can turn Super Saiyan and I can lift. I can make myself evolve every single day. I can be like a Pokemon evolving 3 times and 4 times. I can do it more and more because it's about evolving as humans. And you should understand it's really about lifting consciousness and lifting awareness every single day. And you should understand that each and every time you're doing something special, you're going to do something special for the greater good only. And you should understand that going to a pub and bar and casino and nightclub is never special. And you should understand what's special is growing. I can say you have a beautiful smile. I realize that no matter what, you always compliment people because that way you compliment yourself. I realize that when you're supporting other people, you're going to support yourself. I realize that when you're talking, it's like salsa. I realize it's really amazing when other people are watching you. I realize that each and every time you have some inspiration. You need to be inspired every single day. You need to do something always that's going to be inspiring. And you realize that those people who are arrogant are going to be the ones who are really ignorant. I don't need you to be ignorant. I need you to give more attention to everything in life. I need you to understand you need to expand. I realize that Jesus would give everybody attention here at the same time. I promise you remember Jesus today. I promise you, each and every time you see Jesus, I promise you everybody is equal. I promise you Jesus will never reject you. I promise you Jesus never did. I promise you Jesus never hurt you in any type of fashion. I promise you, you go and learn who Jesus is today. And you should learn from everybody because everybody has a story. And you should understand that Jesus has a story just like you. And you should understand that you just have to always lift. You have to lift in the moment. You have to lift yourself to greatness. You have to be greatness every single day. You have to understand that those people who are really lifting are going to be the ones, or else they're going to be the ones, and are the ones who are really inspiring. And you should understand, you'll be inspiring today, you're going to be a person who's never a thief. You're going to be a person who's never a person who's doing anything negative. I understand that no matter what, that you tune out from the outside world, because the outside world is never inside. I need you to be inside, because inside is greatness. You have greatness. I promise you. I promise you that everybody here has greatness. You have greatness, because those who understand greatness are the ones who are doing it more and more. I should understand, you need to always look inside. You have to look inside every single day and make sure that you're never afraid. You're never afraid of anything, because there's nothing to be afraid of. I realize that when you're lifting, you'll also be lifted. You have to always lift. You always have to be this much bigger. You have to be this much effective. You have to be much more in life. You have to always look better. You have to be faster. You have to have more speed in life. You have to understand speed that's going to get you there. You have to understand that those people who have speed are the ones who are going to look better and going to feel better. They're going to walk faster, do it quicker. Or else they're going to they'll jog quicker. Or else they're going to get out of the 9 to 5. Or else it's about motivation. Or else it's about lifting up. Or else that those people understand that there is a gift in you today. You will understand your gift and then you'll go inspire with it. You need to inspire with your gift. I promise you everybody has a gift in life. I promise you that just because somebody's not famous doesn't mean that you cannot be famous. Although you have to be inspiring when you're famous. And you should be always lifting and be more inspiring every single day. And you should understand it's always about lifting. And those people who understand lifting are going to grace something greater. And you should understand it's about always making sure that you're looking people in the eyes and communicating every single day. And you should understand you always have to be more. You have to do more. You have to always be more encouraging. You have to be more encouraging in a way they're going to understand to lift. You have to lift all the time. You have to always make sure you're lifting. You're never looking people down and kicking them down. I never need you to kick people down. I need you to lift them. I need you to give them in your hand and lift them up. I should understand that's important. I should understand that when you're a person who understands to stand for yourself, I promise you that's the greatest aspect of life. You stand for yourself. You have to understand you stand for something greater too. You have to understand you stand for something greater, more so than something of your nature. Because something greater is more important. Because something greater means you're going to become a better version of yourself. And you should understand that I stand for something greater over myself. I do this for something greater. I never do it for myself. I do it so I can really realize there is a better world in this planet. Or else the world is inside. Or else the world is inside and it's never outside that's important. I never care about the outside world. I care about what's inside. And what am I giving you today? I only care about what I have. Because when I look outside, I then look to see what other people have. I have to look inside. I need you to look inside today. I also give you a clap. I'll give you 1,000 claps. Thank you very much. You always have to compliment. You have to realize you need to be a person who can communicate. You need to communicate daily. You need to do it all the time. You can do it through music. You can do it through how you look. You can look better. You can have better skin. You can talk better. You can write more. You can do some audio work today. You can do something with podcasting. You can do entrepreneurship. You can do something that's interesting. You can do it today. I promise you. I promise you that when you're lifting, you shall be lifted. I promise you that you need to be a person today who's understanding what I'm doing today, and that way you get on the street also and do it. I promise you it's a nice, beautiful feeling because I'm growing in front of an audience, looking people in the eye, and guess what? I was never like this before. Or I was like, this is my first day. I'm always beginning every single day. I'm always doing something amazing. I'm always making sure that I can level myself up. And anything that's going to put you in discomfort is the best way to do it. Otherwise, if those people have more discomfort, are going to grow. And you should be more mature over time. And you should understand that immaturity means alcohol. And you should understand immaturity means drugs. I don't know who's doing drugs. Although, I stay away from them. I stay away from drugs. I never need the drugs. And you should understand, you be a person today who has something of a better interest. I need to have a better interest in life. I should do it much better. I should understand it's always about something better. I mean, there's always a better life that you can live. I mean, there's always a better way. I mean, there's always a better way you can do anything in life. You can always support yourself greater. You can always motivate yourself greater. You can always contribute more kindness into the planet. You can always make sure to do something of mindset work and business work and something that's really going to help you. You need to do that every single day. You need to always mind your own business, although lift people with your business. You need to lift. I need you to grow until you're 100 years of age. I need you to grow all the time. I need you always to grow. I need you to understand that it's very important to grow. I see babies, I see everybody is a baby. I see always babies because everybody's a baby, although many people believe they are adults. I see many people say, these people are teenagers, and this person's an adult, and this person's old. I need you to understand that we're all babies. I need you to understand it's not how old you are. I mean, it's what is your age? I mean, you have to understand that what is your age means this moment. You have to understand your age today is this moment. I mean, we're just in this moment. I mean, there's no such thing as day and time today. I mean, there's no such thing as money. I mean, the money is wisdom, and it's giving, and it's kindness. I mean, that's all the money in the world. I mean, those people who can grow and have maturity and can always smile and have a beautiful smile, realize that way you're going to be handsome, you're going to grow today. I promise you, that way you're going to be encouraged, and you're going to be encouraged today. I promise you, you're going to be inspiring. I promise you, you need to be inspiring. You need to be more inspiring and more inspiring. I promise you, you are already inspiring. I promise you, although you be a person of high interest, you be someone who's lifting people and their confidence. I promise you, you give some confidence today, you give some encouragement and some eyes, you'll get some eyes today. I promise you, when I look you in the eyes, I promise you, when I look you in the eyes, I promise you, I'll give you some nice good vibes. I need to have some good vibes today. I need to have something of interest. I need to have my compound interest in effect. Otherwise, I have to make my compound interest in effect to effect. Otherwise, I'm always never affecting myself. I'm never in effect. I'm always confident. I'm always leading. I'm always positive. I'm always doing something to lift. You have to always be this tall. You have to do this. You have to look higher. Otherwise, I have to grow there. I have to grow up. I have to look up. I never look down. I look up. Otherwise, up there I have to go. I have to be better. I have to be tougher. I have to understand. I have to be more confident. I have to be more strong. I have to understand. I have to lift. I have to use my emotions every single day. Realize that each and every day, I realize that each and every single day, I'm confident. I'm more confident and more confident. Because each and every single day, I'm doing something of a high intention. Because every day, I promise you, every day, I'm always doing something that's really going to lift my skills. I promise you, this is going to lift my skills every day. I'm recording myself. Realize I'm never losing content. I'm never losing what I'm doing today. Because somebody's going to watch me and somebody's going to learn from what I did today. I realize that no matter what, you can always find me on Instagram, you can find 300 hours of content that I've done already. I realize that everybody has to start somewhere. I realize that in 10 years' time, I can lead. I can do everything. I can do everything in my power. I'll be leading tens of thousands of people in 10 years' time. I realize, I promise you, 10 years is a long time. I promise you, from the age of 18 and 10 years later, here I am. I realized that 10 years ago, I was doing drugs. I realized what happened. I realized I improved. I got off the drugs. I got off the drugs because the crowd taught me to do drugs. I promise you, the crowd taught me to do drugs. I promise you, Jesus never taught me to do drugs. I promise you, although you understand that you just have to lift. And I promise you, when you say the word drugs, I promise you, people are going to have a negative reaction. Because guess what? They drink alcohol too. You understand that when you say drugs, I realize that I don't know. I don't know anything. Although I understand that I promise you, most of the crowd does do drugs. I promise you that most of the crowd does drink alcohol. And that way, you have to stay away from the crowd and the drugs and most of the people in the planet, because they're not going to help you at all. I promise you, most people will never help you. I promise you, who's going to help you is the ones who are inspiring today and are in front of the crowd and have some attention, and also making sure they lift yourself and everybody. You have to lift all the time. You always have to lift and lift and lift to understand that those people who lift are the ones who are 1% of the world. And you should be 1% of the world today. Because the minority is lifting. And you should lift and be lifted. And you should be given. And you should be a surplus today. And you should do something amazing that you can do today. I promise you, what you can do is your business. I promise you. You need to always lift. You need to make sure you're always lifting. You're doing something of accordance. You need to always smile. You need to always smile more. You have to make sure to always be more aware of who you are. You always have to do something much better than who you are. You always have to make sure that no matter what, you're never rejecting other people, although you understand you have to connect with more people in the planet. You have to connect with more and more people, because when you're connecting with more people, you understand you'll connect with yourself the most. You have to understand that people are important. You have to understand that everything is important, and without people, you can never be an inspiration. I promise you that we need more and more leaders today. I need you always to inspire much greater than you are. I need you always to do much greater. I need you to understand there's always a better way. I need you to understand there's always something that you can do today that's going to help motivate you every single day to do something greater than who you are. I promise you there's always something greater that you can do today. I promise you there's always something greater than me in life. I promise you there's always something greater than this world. I believe in the afterworld. I believe there is an afterworld in life. For us, each and every time, you're always growing together. You're growing because that's more important. I promise you what's important is making sure you're always doing something in accordance to what you're interested about. You have to be interested. You have to be interested more. I promise you those people who have more interest in life are the ones who are more passionate. I promise you they're lifting. I promise you they're growing. I promise you most people end up in divorce. I promise you why? Because they don't grow. I need you to grow together. I need you to read more and more together. I need you to understand it's about following something greater in life. I realize that when you're a greater person, you need $4. I promise you what you need is to read more. I thank you very much. I thank you. I realize although that my video can't hear me, I realize that each and every single time you have to understand that when you're asking for money, you're never asking for money, you're asking for freedom. I said, I have to record my video.
No, I just told you that, but you didn't listen.
I apologize. No matter what, you always make sure you apologize, because I always listen to myself the most. Otherwise, when I listen to something greater, realize that you understand that you never believe the crowd. You never have to believe other people. You have to understand you believe something greater. You do something that's really much more important. You have to understand that life goes on. You have to understand that when you handle adversity, you handle it better. You do something much greater. You do something that's really going to help you. You have to understand that the most important aspect of life is get rid of the negativity. I never need you to be around negativity in life. I never need you to be around the pubs and bars and casino. I promise you it will never help you. I promise you, although what's going to help you is positive information today, and entrepreneurship, and something of great value, which is you. You need to be great value today. You need to do something much greater. You need to be much more than you are. You have to understand, you always need to lift. You always have to make sure you're always lifting. You guys are all great value, although you have to have more of it. You have to understand, you always have to lift. I promise you I've got nothing to be afraid of, because those people who are violent with me, I promise you that it's never about hitting back, although you understand that it's really about self-defense in a way that you understand you're allowing them to hit you, and then guess what? You let it be. You let it be. And you're never afraid to make sure You understand? Because when you make sure in life, you're going to be more confident. You're going to do something uplifting. You're going to be an assertive person. You're going to do something that's really great. You have to be greater. You always have to be greater. I need you guys to stop playing games, because games will never make you greater, unless it's your business and it's growing somebody. I need you to understand, when I was playing games at the Net Cafe, I was doing nothing. I was playing Dota 2. I was playing Con. I was playing all these PlayStation games. It never helped me. The PlayStation never helps me. What helps me today is economics. What helps me today is personal growth and spirituality. I promise you, what helps me today is entrepreneurship and leadership and marketing skills. I make sure that public speaking is one of my. I realize that public speaking is one of my business. I realize that public speaking is one of my businesses, because public speaking is communication, and communication is businesses. I promise you, when you have a business with communication, you have much more than what you have in life. I promise you, those people who have more communication skills are able to understand business in all aspects of life. I promise you that all you ever need in life is your communication skills to be better. You have to have better vocabulary skills. You need more English today. You need more English today. You need to learn your language much greater. You have to learn more languages. You have to become smarter. You have to be a smart ass. You have to understand that smart ass people will lift you. You have to understand that smart ass people are the ones who have a positive attitude. I understand it's a positive attitude. I need you to understand, you forgive people. You say, I apologize, and that's it. I don't need you to judge people, because judging people means sarcasm. I need you to understand that people who never ever even tune into negativity are the smart ass people. I need you to understand that those people who never judge are the ones who are lifting only. I've got nothing to judge about, because when you're never judging, you're a person who's never affected. I'm never affected by people and outside circumstances. I realize that what's important for me today is to make sure I lift. And when I lift, I'm also lifted. I'm making sure I'm always given. I'm always a given. I'm always a surplus. I'm always a surplus. I'm always making sure that I'm lifting my communication skills in front of people. Or else that's the only way. Or else the only way you have to do is lift yourself. You have to lift yourself all the time. You have to lift. You have to have a smile on your face. You have to make yourself more passionate. You have to be more quickly. You have to be more of a quicker person. You have to be everything in your life. I promise you, that way you will inspire and you will do something amazing. I promise you, although, that if you get attacked, you can make sure to relax and you can put them on the floor. You have to understand, you can put them on the floor so you can make sure, no matter what, you never fight back all that. I promise you, it's never about fighting back. I promise you, it's about lifting people. I promise you, it's all about never even causing violence in the first place. I need you to understand, there's always nothing to fear in life. I promise you, what is fear is a lie. I promise you, fear is a lie, and fear is your mentality. I promise you, your mentality has an ego. I promise you, you have an ego, and you are not your ego. I promise you, what you are is no minds. I promise you, you're in the heart. You need to use this more. You'll be more of yourself every single day. I promise you, you need to use your heart more. I need you to live in the feelings. I need you to live in the feelings every single day. I need you to understand that when you're living in the feelings, you beat somebody far greater. I need you to understand, each and every time you see a right person who's very right or wrong, I need you to say, you are right. You are somebody who deserves more. You have to understand, you always have to lift, you always have to be passionate, you always have to do something that's very productive. And when people give you attention, I promise you they're giving you love also in the first place. I promise you it's just about connection. And those people who have more connection are the ones who are lifting. I promise you they're the ones who have a silent night. I promise you I have a silent night all the time because I'm very great. I'm always having a nice beautiful tonality with myself. Because those people who have silence in life have peace. I need you to understand, peaceful people are better people. I need you to understand, you go where the peace is. I need you to understand that peacefulness is going to help you far more. You need to have more peacefulness today. You have to have more abundance today. You have to be richer. You have to do something richer than everybody else. I need you to innovate something today. I need you to go and make something today of yourself. I need you to innovate yourself today. I need you to make yourself your application. I need you to understand that what we're looking for today is to make sure that you can brand yourself every single day and make sure that you're always better than yesterday. I promise you, that's why I'm here. I'm always here to inspire. I'm always here to grow. I'm always here to learn from you and who you are. I promise you, when you're interested in me, I'll also be interested. I promise you, although I give you more attention than you deserve. Although when I give you more attention, I deserve more attention. I always deserve more. I always deserve more when I'm lifting you. I'm always deserving more because I deserve to be lifted. So I make sure I'm always encouraging and being positive around people. And that way, you have to also. You always have to do the same as what's great. I promise you have to do what's great only. I need you to ask today, what is great? I need you to be that type of person. I need you to understand it's always about never be afraid. I need you to understand you always have to be quick. You have to be a speedy Gonzalez. in life. You have to always be quick. You have to have that nice, beautiful connection. And you have to understand that when you have a beautiful connection, you'll be a person who's always connecting with something greater. Because that's the most beautiful connection. There's always something here that you have to grow up to. You always have to grow up more. You have to be more of a grower. You always have to grow like a tree, much more and more. You always have to grow in fashion. You have to understand that confidence is key. And those people who work in silence are also working in confidence. I promise you that success speaks louder than words. I promise you those people who understand success are the ones who are doing it more and more. I need you to understand when you're doing it more and more, you're learning about success every single day. You're doing something every single day to realize that there is a nice beautiful video here, I can make it go for 3 hours long. I realize that's probably a better idea because guess what? I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and that way you can also learn and grow at the same time. I promise you, although it's just that way, I promise you that way is this way. I promise you, you always have to lift. You always have to do something that's really going to motivate you today. You have to understand there's always positive information today that you can understand. You have to learn from it, you have to grow from it, you have to understand to go and lift other people with it. I promise you that way, you understand what I mean. What I mean is I grow. I grow daily, I have skills and abilities, and I have talents. I have talents to lift, I have talents to do. I realize that every single time I do, I'm doing something of high interest, which is high caliber. I promise you, high caliber aspects of life are living in the moment. And you should understand that to live in the moment is to have more action today and be in front of more people and lift all the time and look people in the eyes and make sure you're always lifting. And realize that communication is everything. I realize when I look at people's Instagrams or social media, I can see who they are by their social media. I realize that nothing is a lie today. I promise you, I can see who you are straight away. I realize although we're still lifting, we're still making sure that we're positive people today. And you should understand, it's always about lifting. I never need to make you worse than you are. I realize that it's always lifting. I realize it's always making you better. You eat better. You eat better, you always make sure that I eat wasabi peas, and those wasabi peas are my popcorn today. I realize I go to the Woolworths and I get wasabi peas. I realize I go and I eat wasabi peas, and they're like my popcorn because they're full of protein. I realize although I'm a vegan, I make sure I'm always inspirational. I always have to be looking good for myself. I realize that's something of beautiful caliber. When you have something to laugh with. Otherwise you have to laugh with people. You never laugh at people. You do something that's really positive. You do something that is no bullying today. Otherwise that way, you're going to be kinder. You're going to do something much more kind. You're going to do something that's really much more worth it. You're going to do something that's really more foundational. And what's more foundational today? I realize it's more growth. I realize it's your I factor. I realize it's the I. You need the I every single day. You need I have a dream. I have a dream. I understand Martin Luther King Jr. You have to understand, I'm not Martin Luther King Jr., although I have a dream today. I have a dream that I will be better than yesterday every single day, and I always accomplish it. I always make sure each and every single day I'm doing something for nothing. I make sure I do this for no money, because money is never important for me. Or else money never gets me anywhere. Or else what gets me somewhere is being in front of people and having more friends. Or else that friends and you guys are more worth to me than money ever will be. I promise you that money does nothing unless you grow. You have to understand, it's really growing that's going to get you there. Or else it's really, you be a better person in the process, and that way you're going to understand to lift anyway. You're a person who has abundance. You're practicing on the street, you have that agility. You need the agility every single day. You have to be quick. You have to have health. You have to be somebody who's much greater. You're never doing it for nothing. You're doing it for something. And you realize that it's always for something. You're never working for money. You're working for something greater. I need you guys to understand that either way, this is a nice, beautiful video. I realize that I don't know how far I've gone with this video, although it doesn't show me. I realize that I can now realize I can pause this video, although I can keep going too. I realize I can pause this video and I can have a look. I realize anyway that it's always important that you understand that each and every single day, you're always doing something that's going to give you more time. I realize that time management is important. I realize that there are a lot of books about time management today that you can read on how to increase your time today and how to get out of the 9-to-5 job. I realize that there are many aspects of life that can help you. I realize that you just have to seek it out. You have to seek more information today. You have to be that kind of person who is a seeker of knowledge. I'm always a student of the game. I'm always a student of this life. I'm always a student of high intention. I have to realize I have to learn more. I have to grow more. And I always ask myself when I wake up, how can I go today? I mean, how can I go better today than ever? Or else that's the whole question. Or else each and every second you have to say, how am I growing from this situation? And what am I learning from this person? Or else I always have to ask myself that. I have to ask myself, what am I learning from everybody around me? Or else that it's really, what am I learning from myself every single day? Or else I have to learn either way. I have to understand, I have to be that type of person who has much more ability. I have to have much more ability today to realize that it's much better to stand and do your public speaking because it's much more intention than having to sit down, because when you sit down you look lazy. Although you understand that when I stand, I get to look at people now while I put my nice beautiful camera over here and I record it every single day. I realize that I have 300 hours of content inside my Instagram and you can find me. I realize that I'm always doing something to lift people. I'm always uplifting because I'm living an uplifting lifestyle. And the more I give you, the more I get. I realize I have to give you more information, that way I'm a better person. Because the more information I have in life, I promise you the more awareness I have. I promise you the more awareness I have, I promise you the less of an ego I have. I promise you I have an ego, although the more aware I am, I realize that my ego is no more. I realize that when I go into my heart, I have no more ego. I realize I become natural. I realize that when I'm living my heart, I realize I'm living better. I'm never living in the head. I'm living with no mind. I'm living in the heart. I realize I'm living my feelings. I realize my feelings help me to overcome anything. I realized when I was fat, and I was 47 kilos heavier than this, I was 113 kilos. I had to turn vegan to lose all the weight. I've never met a fat vegan in my life. I realized that although many people never go to veganism because they I realized that they never study the knowledge. You need to study the knowledge today. You need to realize that there's always somebody here who can help you. Realize that no matter what, you just be a person who understands to never ever put yourself in a dangerous situation in the first place. I never need you to risk your money. I never need you to risk your health either. I need you to understand that those people who do drugs are risking their health also. I need you to understand that those people who are giving money somewhere, you have to understand, you have to watch out for your money because most people will take it from you and steal it from you. And guess what? You have to understand that it's really never about the money. I realize it's about skills. I realize that those people who have skills more than money can always make more money because money is made easily. And what's amazing about life is that we can grow together. I realize that we can be better people. I realize that we can have more wisdom. I realize we have more ideas. We have more knowledge. We can always give more. I realize that giving is a blessing. And when you're giving from your heart, I promise you it's the best. I promise you it's the best to give from the heart and to live in the feelings. I promise you that when you're positive, you're always going to be something more. You're going to always have that heart factor that you need. I promise you the heart will give you the story of your life. I promise you need to write your heart down. I need you to speak your heart. I need you to understand that those people who understand the heart are the ones who are really doing something about it. I need you to understand you're just always kind. You're always doing something that's really important. You're always doing something that's really going to help you move forward. I promise you that's the most important. I promise you abundance is the most important. I promise you Jesus has abundance. You need to follow Jesus. Much more and more. You have to learn more and more every single day. I promise you that it's always free to learn about Jesus Christ and all religions. I'll learn about all religions today. I'll learn about all people today. I realize each and every time I look at a person, I see their experience of life straight away. I understand who they are. I understand where they come from because we're all, I realize we're all above this world. I promise you that this world is not our final destination. I promise you there's a better world than this one. I promise you we're like Pokemon and we need to evolve every single day. I promise you although that we need to grow and we need to learn the skills acquired to do so. And each and every time you understand that you need to grow and that you're unlimited and that your information products are coming from the heart, you understand that the mind is never important because what's important is bettering yourself anyway. I need you to understand you better yourself and then I realize that way you understand that emotions will get you in a better place. I realize guys that this video is 1 hour long. I realize I do have another 2 topics to go, although I realize that you guys can see in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy the video.